Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Just getting into the close here. Apologies for this being a late SITREP, but I had a Investors Expo presentation and then 3 back-to-back coaching sessions. Having a blast with our coaching folks. Jeff is doing awesome. He's getting ready to roll out of his coaching, and he's like, dude, I'm actually almost, he's at the point where he's anticipating the trades I'm going to make or the moves I'm going to make. So just like, what was that move? Kung Fu? What was that, David Carradine? When you can grab the pebble from my hand or walk on the rice paper without leaving a trace, you will be a true Shaolin prince. Everything's great, right? Dow above 27,000, S&P above 3,000. Oh my gosh, get into this market. It's nuts. Are you kidding me? I can't believe the Fed chairman's testimony over the past 2 days. We're going to get that into a second, but man, let's just go to kind of the summary slide here. The market had a rip-your-face-off rally today, and the VIX was up. Market up, VIX up, something is up. You know what the something that is up is? We are at absolute record highs. Never been here before, and the Fed is blowing smoke, hopium, well, actually in a better place than where the sun isn't shining, and everything's great, right? No. Let's get to some of the bad. The United Kingdom, some Iranian ships were going after a UK tanker, and what happened? The, what was it, frigate, corvette? The HMS Montrose had to intervene, issued verbal warnings. They almost got into a naval gun battle, folks. This is going to come to a head. I keep preaching about this. Don't want to be a broken record, but I'm going to be right eventually. Iran is just, the sanctions are working. Great Britain, was it SAS or some Royal Marines seized an Iranian ship in the Strait of Gibraltar who was violating sanctions, and Iran said, hey, we're going to go after your tankers now. This is coming to come to a head, folks. Iran is not going to go quietly into that good night. They are breaching the nuke deal with the Europeans. Obviously, Trump tore up the nuke deal that we had. It wasn't worth the paper it was written on. Keep an eye on this, folks. You wake up one day and the Dow's down 1,000 points and the VIX is up at 50 because we're in war in the Middle East. It can happen. Keep an eye on it. Trade war with India. The president was busy on Twitter the other day saying, hey, India, you've had a field day putting tariffs on America. No longer acceptable. So the trade war with China isn't the only thing the president has on his radar. He's going to go after India and he's going to go after Europe as well. Stocks had a little bit of a stumble today. What the president, speaking of Twitter and the president, Mexico is doing a great job at the border, but China is letting us down. What did they say they were going to do? They're going to buy soybeans. Hopefully they will start soon. I thought, Mr. President, at the G20 summit, you said they agreed to start buying soybeans, and what's going on? They're not. What did China say? You have got to do what? You have got to repeal your existing tariffs, and you need to get rid of not only the tariffs, but, this is what I was going to say. Look at what the president did. Not happy with this at all. He was a little too quiet for me about the Hong Kong protests. They were supporting democracy and anti-China. The president really didn't give a lot of verbal support to the protests in Hong Kong. Why? To revive the trade talks. These aren't going good. Actually, it's going great for us. This is our weekly options trade that we placed Monday afternoon. We sold the 42.5, 43 bear call spread. It expires tomorrow. And let's take a look at FXI. FXI, we've been trading the hell out of this thing, man. The FXI is the iShares Large Cap China ETF. Look at that pop. Hey, we're going to get a deal done. No, we're not. Boom. What did I say yesterday with this little bit of green off the 50-day? I said this is a dead cat bounce. So this trade's looking great. This trade's up. We're looking to make the max profit of $22.50 by tomorrow's expiration. Let me pull it up right here. Yeah, here it is right here. Let's take a look at it. The 42.5, 43 bear call spread filled Monday afternoon in our weekly options brief. It is looking to make a profit of, look at that. There you go. We were risking 5,300 to potentially make 2,300. Great looking trade. Love it. So how about $2,200 in your pocket in 4 days? Hey, real quick reminder, Speaking about profit in your pocket, next week, starting Monday night at 9 p.m., I'm going to do a welcome aboard brief, and then we're opening up our entire squadron for a full week of live trading and training. It is on here. Everything's on there, folks. The flight schedule. All you need to do is head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT. That stands for full throttle. Nobody else in the industry does this, folks. Other dudes out there give you a 92-point slide PowerPoint presentation, ask for a lot of money, and then you look behind the curtain, and it's too late. It sucks. We don't do that. I open the curtains. You can walk around our squadron next week. If you like it, you're going to become a member. If you don't. No skin off our back. But it's the best training and trading out there, bar none. Big week. The United States sold $2.2 billion worth of arms to Taiwan, and Beijing is not happy. The president of Taiwan is going to be here in the United States. These trade talks suck, folks. This is bad. Larry Kudlow this week, the market whisperer, who's supposed to come out and pat us on our head and say everything's going great, didn't. Okay, so markets at record highs, and we ain't got no trade deal. They're not even talking. Did you hear Larry Kudlow in the interview? He said, I think Ambassador Lighthizer and Secretary Mnuchin might have to get involved again in the negotiations. Dude, I thought they were. We don't apparently said we got some phone calls going on. Remember before, they were over in China. Secretary Mnuchin said, by next Friday, I think we'll have a deal. And boom. So we are at record highs on what? Fed hopium, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe Jerome Powell's testimony. This is the dude signaled that he's going to cut in a couple weeks. Now you got the market drunks like Morgan Stanley doing what? Of course he's going to cut. Not only I don't think it should be 25 points. It should be 50. It's going to be like the Democrats on stage racing to the left. I guarantee you between now and the Fed meeting, you're going to see somebody else come out and say, I think it should be 3/4 of a point, a full point. Folks, the economy's doing fantastic. And the Fed's going to cut interest rates? Are you high? The market's high, folks. This is stupid. I know I had a good coaching sessions, had a good institutional call early this morning. A little too early for me after last night. Nobody's putting money to work. Who's jumping into this market right now? Dow 27 and S&P 3000. Nobody. That's why you saw the VIX, folks, up. The Fed in a couple weeks can only disappoint. I can't believe Jerome Powell was that nuts. Look at this. Companies are warning that earnings are going to be brutal. Earnings season is almost here. And what? Companies are warning the results won't be pretty. The last time we saw 77% of companies issue, oh boy, these are going to be ugly earnings, was in 2006 when I was sitting in the Chicago Board of Trade. So, folks, we got 2 weeks of nothing until the Fed meeting. You just saw the Fed meeting, folks. The 2-day testimony Jerome Powell just gave is the 2-day Fed meeting. The 25 basis point cut is already baked in this market. If they don't deliver at the end of the month, we're going to implode. Or I think Jerome might do what? A one and done. I think he might do a 25 cut and then go, we're going to sit on our hands here. Folks, I think the Fed should be raising interest rates or at least sitting on their hands, not cutting. I think that's absolutely nuts. How about the Death Star, man? Amazon. I gave a great brief earlier over at the Investors Expo about our solo Amazon service. Amazon to retrain a third of its workforce. Why? Because they're teaching them the code before the robots take their jobs. This is what they're doing, man. These boxing machines are replacing humans, and what are they doing with the humans? They're saying, hey, go put an Amazon Prime logo on your car and be a delivery person for us, or learn how to code. I love Amazon, man. This is a Gordon Gekko trade. I don't know if they're going to get this Jedi contract, the Pentagon Cloud contract, because there's a little potential nefariousness with people going out and dinner and hanging with stuff. I don't think anything bad happened. I mean, God forbid the Secretary of Defense has dinner with an Amazon person. Politicians and CEOs should be having dinners and finding out what's going on in the world. But Microsoft's the other one. It's down to Amazon and Microsoft. I think Oracle, who's suing over it, is just having a temper tantrum over in the corner. I think it's stupid. So here we are, folks. Good weekly options trade. We had a 2-day Amazon trade this week. We do our solo Amazon brief every Monday at 1. Amazon, look at this. There's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Look at that. It's 4.5% pop in Amazon this week. We had a 3-day Amazon trade, bull put spread up $1,500. We covered that yesterday in our accelerated retirement brief. I would close it, go on, take the money and run. That was a pre-earnings trade. I think Amazon's going to pull back down here to 1975-ish and kind of channel into earnings. I don't think we're going to keep ripping higher on Amazon. But look at this, folks. Amazon was down here at a low of what, 1660. How about the Fed low? What was our Fed low? 1300. Look at this. 1300, man. Amazon was down there. I told you it was a screaming buy at 1300. What you'd be up 54% in your synthetic stock if you listened to me down there, man. And a lot of people did. A lot of good stuff going on here. Top Gun Options, another great week. Really happy with what's going on. Join us next week for our full throttle industry leading event. Go.topgunoptions.com/FT. Have a great rest of your day, and I'm done. That's it for the week, except for some coaching calls tomorrow. I will see you for Friday's market wrap up tomorrow. God bless.